All right, good morning, Trade Pros. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. This is George from Trade Pro Academy. Cut my hair for what I'm hoping to be the last time myself. And then I started going to my barber, which is great. All right, I actually talked to him, and Tony said, my barber's name's Tony. Funny story. Everyone should have a barber that's named Tony. Otherwise, they can't cut hair. And then he goes, well, I'm pretty sure you don't need me at this point anymore. You ever going to come back? I said, are you kidding me? I'm willing to pay more for a haircut now that I know how much work it takes. Thanks, Tony. There's Tony right there on YouTube. It's probably not the same one. Hope you guys are having a great morning. And it is a beautiful Tuesday, July the 7th, 7/7/20. And we got some great updates to share with you today. Okay, let's kick it off by talking about some of the downside in Europe. The European Commission overnight said that it cut its growth projections for the euro area, and it cut them further. All right, the forecasts are now predicting an 8.7 contraction this year, 8.7% contraction. All right, which is a full percentage point worse than expected before. There was a 7.7 expectation. Now it's 8.7, and they cited as the cause being a slower than expected emergence from lockdowns. That's their words, not mine. Okay. And, I think that revision to a little bit worse of a contraction caught the market off guard. Could be a downside temporarily. I mean, markets are rebounding this morning so far. Another driver overnight in London was the German industrial output on a month-to-month basis. For May came out at 7.8%. The expectation was 10%. All right. The low end was -9. The high end was 26.5. So it's a pretty wide range. It's like this number can come in anywhere from -1 million to +6 billion. And then it's like, wow, we're not shocked. But really wide range. But the previous reading was 17.5%. Right, so the actual came in at -17.8. The actual came in at 7.8. So yeah, it's not as good, but it's much better than the prior reading. So German industrial production, one of the reasons we're feeling a little bit of heat this morning in the equity complex overall globally. All right, let's move on to coronavirus. I know a lot of you hate hearing about this. Nothing triggers people more than coronavirus for some situation or for some reason. I really don't know what it is about this virus that's dividing people at a time when we should be really together. But hey, let's go with it anyways. This is all information from credible sources. Patrick, I'll answer that towards the end. How about that? I got some good leads for you. All right, U.S. cases are now approaching 3 million in coronavirus. All right, Mayor of Miami-Dade County announced that he plans to reclose restaurants and gyms. It's not a massive county, but it is. It's not the whole United States reclosing, but it is a sign that there is some trouble in certain areas with outbreaks. All right, or a continued first wave. Hi, Reese. I keep forgetting to close the door, and she. Okay. It's my wife, guys. I've got to, I've got to pay attention. So yeah. In other news, though, in Australia, the city of Melbourne's gone into a 6-week lockdown once again. So that's not good news. There's got to be some fear there to support that kind of drastic action. Cases in Tokyo and Iran have increased. In the province of Ontario, where we live, Toronto in Canada is located in a province called Ontario. It's like a state, right? For those that aren't in Canada, obviously, for those in Canada, like, duh. But in Ontario province, this was the first day yesterday that there was 0 deaths. Nobody died, all right, since March for COVID. So that's good. There's a difference now between cases and deaths, and I think that's where the attention is turning to. We have to look at, are we dealing with this? Are we building some sort of immunity? And on the immunity front, Dr. Anthony Fauci yesterday said that any vaccine developed to fight COVID-19 would likely be limited in how long it could give protection. You would need to receive booster packs, and said that the U.S. is still knee-deep in the first wave. All right, that is words from Dr. Anthony Fauci, who's spearheading this in the United States. All right, interesting. I think coronavirus is like, that it's like one of those things at this point where you have that slight injury, you could still play the sport, but you still think about it. You're like, my foot kind of sort of hurts, but I could forget about it and go out there and perform. It's just lingering. It's like I have other analogies, but none of them are appropriate for a family show. All right, the PPP. Let's talk about this real quick in the United States. I found this fascinating, actually outright shocking. The Paycheck Protection Plan, which is the program set up by the government to help small businesses. All right, the numbers are out. Donald Trump released them because Congress was pressuring to do so. All right, this program was designed to help small businesses throughout the pandemic. All right, get this. The program had $521 billion in loans, but a lot of them went to law firms, charities, right, restaurant chains, and wealth managers. And, that's fine if they're a small business. Wealth managers, right? How the heck does a wealth manager need a PPP loan when he's literally having the volatility of his lifetime? That's part of the game. The Fed's already bailing out the market you're investing in. How the heck do you get a paycheck over a small business who's out there struggling, small restaurant somewhere in the city trying to get through, all right, that has multiple workers? To me, it's absolutely mind-blowing. All right, that is mind-blowing. Get this. Chinese companies, including a conglomerate, HNA, which is a massive corporation, and affiliates of state-owned Chinese companies also got PPP loans. It's fantastic. Just making it rain. Here, who wants money lined up? Jacob Gottlieb, who runs an $8 billion hedge fund, all right, who shut down his hedge fund, by the way, on an insider trading probe, also got PPP money. Right? If you didn't get any PPP money, you're the only one that didn't. All right, this is going around like hotcakes. All right, the Donald Trump released this list and even had some people with close affiliations and ties to his administration and his businesses that received a lot of these PPP loans. All right, there's going to be a lot you're going to hear about this in the days to come. There's going to be outrage. It's going to be broken down by a lot of news outlets. I didn't have time to run through the total numbers, but I gotta tell you this: it's kind of a waste. All right, it's a waste of money, and I think there are people who needed some of this assistance, businesses who have shut down, who have been around for 30, 40 years, family-owned businesses who have gone out, who didn't receive money that they desperately needed. So a hedge fund worth $8 billion who got nailed for insider trading and illegal activities got money. I think that's ridiculous, honestly. I very rarely take a strong opinion. It's absolutely ridiculous. Another hedge fund manager, or another wealth manager got money, all right, and he criticized the PPP program. He said this PPP program is a scam. 3 days later, boom, gets $1 million under the program, where the average was $150,000. All right, outright ridiculous. I don't really take a strong stance and put this much energy into things. There will be a lot of pressure for for action to be taken on this. Right, a lot of funds have returned money. Right, some NBA teams were given money, but it was under the paychecks for their supporting staff, not for the players, obviously. All right, so we need to kind of dig into this and do the analysis and see what the actual numbers are, who got it, how much the totals were. It's ridiculous. I think you're going to hear a lot more of it. Stay tuned on that. It's going to cause a lot of discussion. Okay, I put this for like 1 minute and 30 seconds. I think we overdid it. It's overdone. Bing. In Asia, Japan's down 0.4%. Hong Kong's down 1.4%. China's up 0.4%. India's up 0.5%. All right. And in Europe at midday, London's down 1.3%. Paris is down 1.1%. Frankfurt's down 1.3% as well. All right. I didn't finish on that topic. I just remembered something. I'm upset for you guys, but it doesn't really affect me. All right. We live in Canada. If I was a U.S. citizen, I'd be putting my foot down on this. I really would. But I'm not. And I don't have a vote. And so realistically, I don't really care. But I care for you guys. A lot of my friends, really good friends, a lot of our traders are down south. And I think this is ridiculous. All right. I think this is the economy that needed help and didn't get there. In Canada, we had rules where if you wanted to get PPP loans, okay, what you'd have to do is apply for it. You'd have to show a revenue drop of 70% month over month, meaning that if during the coronavirus months you drop 70% of revenue, you could apply for the program. Otherwise, you don't meet it. And I think when you have these kind of emergency loan programs, the goal is, do you kind of get this out fast with errors, or do you give out the money slowly? People get bankrupt anyways, and by the time they receive it, it's too late. All right, it's speed versus accuracy. You'll never have both, and I get that. But if there's a trend, look out. This is going to get ugly. Mark my words in the media. Futures in the U.S. Dow's down 0.1%. Eels, we do have Trudeau. You are right. Yeah, people that passed away 2 years ago are getting checks. Anyways, let's move on. All right, crude oil's down 1.3, gold's down 0.5%, Bitcoin's up 0.6%, and in the economic calendar here at 8:55, Redbook chain store sales come out. Not really an important announcement. 9 a.m. Fed's Bostich is going to be speaking. 10 a.m. Jolt's job openings labor turnover survey. 1 p.m. result of a 46 billion 3-year note auction. 1 p.m. Fed's Quarles is speaking. 2 p.m. Fed's Barkin speaking, and again Fed's Daily. So a lot of Fed speakers. They're talking in a conference on the perspectives on the pandemic. So I think this afternoon you could get some market movers off the Federal Reserve speeches. This morning, though, you're seeing downside overnight, a little bit of rally. Look for an opportunity to sell some of these rallies. All right, that's what we got for today. I care about you guys. I love you all. Be safe. Be safe out there. Be good, and take advantage of these opportunities. Markets are moving really nice for summer markets. I can tell you, I remember months of July where the entire high to low for the day is 6 points on the ES, S&P 500, 6 freaking points. And, in a situation like that, you're like, do I need to really, what am I going to do? Pick up 90% of the range and catch 5 points, right? It ain't worth it. And this summer, we had great opportunity and volatility. Take full advantage, guys. Love you all. Be safe. Appreciate you. I say everything and do everything to support you guys. And so I hope you feel supported. You guys take care. Have a great day. We got to cut this out and go to the trading room. Got some oil trades and equities to come. Take care and have a phenomenal day. Manage that risk, trade with TRADEPRO. Ciao. All right, box.